Next to God's motor, this is the next best thing.
What's God's motor?
SR20.
Yes. RB's trash too. Rotaries are a fucking meme. This is my 2002 Shipbox is300. I make the online content at Shipbox Garage. Yeah, so it's a 2002 fully built bottom end and head R154 trans swap the stock GE because it's, well, you know, people are idiots for paying $8 grand for a GTE. Fully ported head, 264 cams, titanium springs, retainers, ported intake and exhaust, and then the bottom end is the stock crank. Eagle rods, Wiseco piston. I'm on a 62mm turbo. I'm making about 630 right now. It's running AEM Infinity as a piggyback, this sketch electrical setup that I have right there, because I have AC, I have power steering. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've got a 12-inch sub in the back. Like, this is my 14-year-old dream car. Ah, it's a fun car.
E85?
Yep, fully. Yeah, right now I'm kind of just working on cleaning up the engine bay. I've got a 68mm turbo lined up for later this year for a little over 800. And then I won't ever touch the horsepower again because it's a street car. Yep. I've driven it from South San Diego to North LA and I've put 500 miles on it in a day.
How'd you get into it? What led you to this car?
I wanted to get into the 2J platform because I started on DSMs and DSMs are insanely unreliable. I will always love them, but they are pieces of shit. And I'm saying that as I'm gonna buy another one later this year. So I want something reliable. Obviously, you know, this is back in like 2010. Everyone was like 2J or LS. I really liked Supras. So I found out at the time that, you know, IS300s and GS300s come with a 2J. I was torn between this or a right-hand drive Mark IV that I was looking at, and I just thought this was more unique. I picked it up as a factory manual and drove it stock for a week and then pulled the fucking motor the next week. So
where did you find the car? Was it close to here?
So it's actually a really cool story. I was talking to this guy on the forums when I was trying to learn more about these cars. I mentioned in his like build post that he was thinking about selling it, and it was completely stock. All he did was like quality of life upgrades, little suspension stuff, did all the bushings, like just, it was a perfect car to buy. He hits me up a year later and I'm in Mississippi doing this military training, and he goes, hey, I'm probably gonna sell it. I wanted to hit you up first because, you know, you said you were interested. And I go, I'll be there fucking this weekend. Like, I'm 4 hours away from you. This is perfect. So I rented a car, drove it to Houston from Mississippi, dropped the rental car off, Ubered to him, and paid him $7 grand and got it shipped. Yeah, drove it back. So I drove it stock for like a week around Mississippi, got it shipped to Arizona, and then when I came home, I just pulled the motor in the trans.
It's a great looking car, man. It sounds good and looks cool. Great color.
Yeah, no, I'm really lucky. It's a fun car, and the turbo IS300 community is super fucking helpful. I mean, even the super community is great. I talked to a bunch of them because, you know, it's the same shit, and it's I've had a really positive experience in the car scene. It's not toxic. I think it's just who you kind of surround yourself by. So,
CDM for life.
Yeah.
Next to God's motor, this is the next best thing.
What's God's motor?
SR20.
Yes. RB's trash too. Rotaries are a fucking meme.
I did that on purpose. Sweet. Because you were giving him shit before. When I was like, oh, I'm gonna say this about the SR motor. Even though that's my thing right there.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Awesome.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you for that.
Make sure you guys
Appreciate
follow him on Instagram.
That's it.
OnlyFans soon.
OnlyFans,
Oh,
let's
let's go.